Welcome back to your favorite podcast, A Couple Pints Pod.
Cow. Look at us.
You'll notice we're on Zoom once again. Collin's healthy, but I ate some bad tacos, so I'm struggling.
What's it freaking to you?
We're gonna do this week and then the week after on Zoom because we're double stacking. Shouts out to Turkey Day. But then after that, I promise
Gobble.
Kollin and I will kiss on the pod.
I swear. Look out for it. 2 weeks from now, live. Couple Pints Pod.
Episode 77. We're gonna hook up.
Episode 77, OnlyFans live.
Dude.
Couple Pints Pod.
That'd be legit. If we had OnlyFans.
I feel like people would tune in to that more than YouTube.
But then they have to pay us.
That'd be a struggle.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we don't have a Patreon. Even though I've considered, I don't know if I brought this up to you. Excuse me. It's been a long week. I don't know what went on this week, but I've thought about taking all, pun intended, blacklisted episodes and putting them on Patreon for like $1 a month. And then you could see all the fucked up shit that YouTube doesn't want us to say. And then we could like really go filterless, but I don't want YouTube to permanently delete us. So
if
it's like kind of the idea with Vimeo, but also like fuck Vimeo.
Okay.
So
if you're watching this and you're a reoccurring viewer, please,
or a unique one,
or a first timer,
as the sites say,
if
that we have many of.
Yeah, if you're breaking your Couple Pints virginity card right now, leave a comment saying if for $1, we're talking $1 a month,
or wherever you're from. We got a lot of people in different places.
Yeah, for whatever your currency is, for one of those a month, if you watch us to say all of the outlandish stuff that we both hold back so we don't get canceled, leave it in the comments. Just put a yes or like the video so we know.
Yeah.
Because if we got a good response on it and people are like, yeah, fuck it, why not? $1 a month? I'd watch you guys say whatever the hell you wanted to. I mean, because
we get shit taken down left and right. And then like I have to re-edit, cut shit out, and fucking. If we could just post uncut shit on Patreon and like one person watched it that's not one of us, that'd be dope.
You know, that frosts my tips so much because I've been watching these 4.9K following channels. Wow, good save.
I don't know what just happened.
And those channels, when they record or they do their videos, they let whatever they're feeling like fly and the videos are still up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I don't get. Like, and I think I've said this before, like Flagrant 2.
Oh my God.
How are they allowed? And those are like 2.5 hours.
Yes. What is Schultz and Akash paid and in with the YouTube freaking council?
And even if they're demonetized, demonetize us. Like, we're not looking to make money, but like, don't fucking threaten us every time we post an app.
Your YouTube. Click on our page and you can see we're not making money.
Like what? I say inject me, daddy, and then all of a sudden I'm public enemy number fucking 1, dude. Whack.
Yeah. What?
Anyway, we're 5 minutes in. Should we start the episode? That was a very quick 5 minutes. I expected like maybe crazy. A minute and a half.
You know, I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go to the light.
Okay, follow it.
Should we follow the light?
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
You know, sometimes in my dreams, I see these past lives that I've lived.
I mean, sometimes in real life, I have experiences that I attribute to past lives.
And, you know, it just makes me feel like maybe.
This is such a bad.
I know, this is terrible.
Continue.
Maybe I've been reincarnated.
What?
I love how we both drank to that.
This week, we're talking about reincarnation. Plain and simple.
Hate it.
Will it
love
be
it.
simple? I don't know.
Could be very difficult.
No,
If
I
maybe
love
you
it.
don't believe in it.
I love it. As I'll kick it off because I have a
Yeah.
thought.
Lead it in.
As someone who was forced to grow up not like uber religious, but like my parents made me go to church every Sunday until I moved out of the house. And we went to a Roman Catholic church, then we went to a Presbyterian church. So I got two different, most of my like formative years were spent in the Presbyterian church, which is like a little bit looser than the Catholic church, but same idea, same shit. And once I
Same shit,
started,
different pew.
yeah, exactly. That's perfect. And please don't get us banned. Olivia's not wearing pants. I'm happy you brought a guest, but YouTube will strike us if
brought
your
a guest.
YouTube will strike us if your nude body is on their platform.
Goose.
So Kollin says hi to Goose, not you. I don't know why.
Just goes. Just goes.
No, I was waving to Olivia.
I know, I'm kidding. So yeah. After I spent mad time in church, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about the whole God thing.
I don't know.
But then I started learning about resurrection.
Yo.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm taking the sweatshirt off.
No, him. Oh.
I'm steamy.
And I think in terms of religion, and we've talked about this, fucking great t-shirt.
Headband falling off.
Great t-shirt.
Oh shit, what's this? A couple pints t-shirt?
Is that fucking new merch?
Is this the merch?
What?
Was that a did someone just cough?
No, Olivia went, because Goose was
okay.
trying to run away.
I thought I just heard a ghost cough on your mic.
Let me fucking restart my whole train of thought because I started forgetting it already. Yeah, so after like mad time in religion and shit, I was like, okay, God's a whole idea, right? Don't really believe in it. But hey, if you do, shouts out to you, I guess.
Yeah, shout out
But
your
then
belief system.
When I was taking like history classes and like psych classes in high school, and we started talking about the idea of like rebirth and resurrection, and shouts out to last week's episode, like souls, like I was like, okay, resurrection could definitely be a thing. Then when I was in college and I really started studying like the human mind and shit, I thoroughly believe, and you know this, but the viewers don't, that deja vu is a glimpse of a past life you've lived. And I think really good people get reborn, like the three of us and probably Goose.
Probably Goose.
But like shitty people, that's when like ghosts and purgatory and all that shit comes in.
Ooh, that's a thought right there.
So in terms of rebirth and resurrection, I think you have to work towards it. Like in a sense, I believe in resurrection as like very religious people believe in heaven. In a sense of like, you have to prove that you're cool to come back. But then if you don't, you're kind of in this like purgatory, and that's why there's so many ghosts and things like that.
Oh. That makes me think of all the times I've heard that when you're reincarnated, it's because you have unfinished business that you need to fix before you can move on.
No, see, I think that's purgatory. I think reincarnation is you're good enough to be like, we should keep this entity existing to better the world.
Okay.
And if you have shit to figure out and shit to solve and you're a piece of shit, lots of shit, shitty shit, McGee shits.
Yeah, the shitty shits.
That's when you're like a ghost or maybe even a demon, or like you're just stuck.
Yeah. Okay. So I understand what you're saying.
And in my theory, there is no heaven or hell. You either come back as whatever you come back as. Maybe you come back as Goose. Maybe you come back as me. Maybe you come back as Olivia. Maybe you come back as a Dalai fucking Lama. I have no idea. And then like hell is like you're just stuck. Your soul is stuck, and then you just like fuck with people and like,
wow, okay,
you're like on ghost hunters whispering into like a AM FM transmitter or something.
Okay.
which sounds sort of hellish.
It does. You know, because I've always kind of broken it down as you die. Now you're this beer can. You can
Mhm.
either choose to reincarnate yourself or say, fuck it, I'm going to go up, stay in the middle, or head on down.
See, but I don't think that's your choice.
Look at the baby.
I know, I see him.
Oh, I wonder if it's a you die and that split second after you leave your body and you go wherever it is, you literally go to a judgment room. You've got your angels. You know how they say you have your inner angel and your inner demons?
Yeah, on your
You
shoulders.
have your inner angel as your defendant, and you have your inner demon
As the
as
prosecutor.
as the prosecutor. And it's literally a courtroom setting where they're deciding on everything you've done in life, whether you stay, reincarnate, go to heaven, or head on down.
So that's what you think?
Well, now.
I feel like that might be a possibility because I'm just so confused on because there's multiple people recalling that when I died, I either went straight to heaven or I had an out of body experience where I saw myself on wherever I was when I died. And then I decided to go back to my body.
Yeah. Like you hear
So it's
people say like, "Oh yeah, God told me it's not my time yet," or whatever, and then they like
Mhm.
wake up. But I
Yeah.
think I mean that's its own thing. I don't know. I've had some near death experiences, but I've never died and come back to life.
No.
But I think, like I said, when you die, maybe you go to this court and they're like, okay, see, but the way I think of it is like almost like a big brother sense. Like it's not they
Mm.
decide it when you die. By the time you die, they have their
It's been
verdict.
decided.
And then, like what I read to you that sparked this whole idea was maybe the light at the end of the tunnel is actually the light to the hospital room you're being reborn in as whatever you're being born as.
Wow.
I like that idea.
That's a cool concept.
And then also
Everything's been decided.
what I read to you goes on to say, fucking, oh yeah, babies like cry and all that shit because they're grieving themselves, and then as they mature,
They forget about it.
slowly forget. But then that's where deja vu comes in, and then you have this one experience that you've already experienced, whether it was the last life, 2 lives, 3 lives, 8 lives ago, and you're like, oh fuck, like this is eerily similar to something I've already been through, but I haven't done it. And that, I mean, that's what deja vu is. But I think that
Dude.
I genuinely, from the bottom of my core, believe that deja vu is a flashback to a past life. Because what other reason would you experience that? Because it's creepy. Like when you
Yeah.
experience deja vu, like there is this strong fucking inner feeling in your heart that like that has not happened to you, but it's
But
happened.
you've seen it and you've lived it.
Yeah. And I think based off last week and the things I've been believing in since high school, that your soul carries these memories with it as sort of formative things in an attempt to be like, bring me back at the end of this shit. Don't be an asshole.
Dude, it's funny you say that. One of the YouTube channels I've been watching on ghost hunts, they went to I think it was a voodoo place.
Ooh.
And the lady who owns the shop practices voodoo.
Uh-huh.
And she told the group that spirits don't see you for what you are right now. They see you for your lineage and your past lives.
That's interesting. That's like super voodoo take though. Voodoo's its own breed.
Voodoo's
of,
weird,
like-
but if you're reincarnated, obviously that piece of your soul, whatever you were at that part, carries on with you, but there has to be a piece of it left behind.
You lost me a little bit.
I just can't help but think the reason, and obviously when you grow as who you are, you forget all the shit that happened in your past or you lock it away somewhere. But if you're one of those kids who up to 9 years old is able to recall their past life, where they live, their family,
Yeah.
all that shit, there has to be at least a tiny piece of you, who you were in that time period, left back there when you died.
But then
And
maybe, but that
and
little
that's
piece could be your body,
well, it could be,
like
but
a
that's
physical,
why the
tangible.
spirits, yeah, that's why the spirits don't see you for who you are now. They see you for what you were and who you were in the past.
Okay, that's cool. That's a thought. We watch
That's what I
vastly
just thought about.
we watch vastly different ghost things on YouTube.
I know. I've been watching. I'm just. I doubt they'll see it, but if we tag them, they might. It's called the Overnight Channel.
Okay, I gotta check it out. I've been watching, ironically, the channel's name is The Watchers. But no,
Ooh.
it's these two goofballs from BuzzFeed. It's honestly, it's so heartwarming and fun. Um, and they have a bunch of different shows, but it's the one I've been talking about for the last 4 episodes. And it's
Oh,
just like it's goofy, but then there also is like creepy shit that happens. But now that you bring up the theory of go see you for who you were, that could explain why maybe on every single supernatural hunt they go on, they only get minimal interaction because they're just basically doing it for laughs, but then also who knows what they were in their past life, you know?
yeah. Because one of the guys' name in the show, his name is Elton, and in almost every single episode I've watched, when they do an EMF reading and they have that open channel that they can
Yeah.
speak through,
Yeah.
his name has been brought up, or the ghost or the spirit or whatever it is has distinctly said what he's doing.
Yeah, that's like what, like when they do the shit like that, the guy who's holding it, he's like, "Oh, my name's Ryan, say it back to me." Sometimes they get a Ryan back, so it's similar, but like I said, they're also just dicking around the entire time.
Yeah, no, it's way too much of an occurrence for it to be, for me myself to call it a dick around, because the way the spirit box works, it's just there's no way a random radio station is saying the name Elton unless it's playing an Elton John song.
Yeah, but also the way that those things work is like it switches the
It goes through
channel
AM
every,
stations. Yeah, it just goes and
and it's
whatever word.
every like 15th of a second it's a new station. So that's why people use it, because essentially it's like if it says more than literally a blip, a 15th of a second of a word, then it's something supernatural communicating. I don't know how much I believe in that shit, but even last night I went on this long rant of spirit boxes because we watched the season finale of these guys, their last episode ever. And it was the first episode ever where I was like, okay, this is all horse shit. So like spirit boxes, I don't know. The EMFs and like the super high quality audio things they use that get like whispers and things like that,
Mhm.
maybe. But
Maybe.
now we're getting into ghost territory. We're talking
Yeah.
about resurrection here, my guy.
What do you see? I've always wanted to go on a ghost hunt so I could hopefully use one of those tools and ask, did you have a choice whether you could move on, stay, or be brought back as something else?
Dude,
Because they have to answer.
we should see how much these things cost and do a couple pints ghost hunt, dude.
I've always thought about that. There's so many haunted places around us.
Yeah.
that allow you to do overnight tours or late night tours with a guide who tells you all the shit that happens.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
If we had the camera rolling the whole entire time, what if we had the camera rolling? We got the response that we wanted talking about the reincarnation, and as soon as it was over, the camera dies.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be insane.
Be an easy way to end the episode.
It would be so easy. But I'm just so, how in the world can religions almost no, there's what, maybe 2-3 religions that have reincarnation as a built-in belief?
I knew this would come up, so I pulled it up on my phone. Hold on one second.
Good call.
Buddhists believe in reincarnation. Christians don't. Hindus kind of do. Some sects of them. This religion I've never heard believes in it. Druze.
Yeah.
Druze.
Oh yeah.
Why do both of you know what that is? What is that?
I know. Too nice public school.
Islam rejects it. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of split down the middle. I mean, this list is really long. Judaism suggests it, but doesn't directly say that they believe it.
But they don't believe that he was resurrected, so that doesn't track.
Got a point.
Sikhism believes in it as well. Similar to those in Hinduism is what this article says.
Well,
so I don't know. It's kind of split. But also,
No.
like, I'm not going to let that affect the way
No.
that I think about this, because I started this entire conversation off with saying I'm not religious. And I'm also not saying that I believe in this as a comforting thing, because I thoroughly believe that people think, or people like are super religious or like super into something to do with death as a form of comfort in facing death. I just think, based off the way my mind works, like if I die and that's it, whatever. I don't really fear death. I don't know why. But in terms
maybe
of
because
like
of your past lives.
Yeah, maybe. But like in terms of deja vu, I believe in reincarnation, because why the fuck do I have those memories if I know for a fact I've never experienced that thing?
Yeah. Yep. No. I'm sorry. There's no way that it's just done. I don't know. Whatever you believe in, whatever it is, there is no way that when you die, it's just done. There's no shot.
Yeah, I agree.
For the people that think it just goes black, you gotta respond to this video and try to debunk any video you watch of someone, a child, recalling how they died, where they died, who killed them.
Well, that shit's creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Being someone who just believes that that's it, that's also like a form of comfort. Like that's why I wanted to state that, like, I don't believe in this as like my comforting thing for when I die. I'm okay with whatever happens when you die. But
new experience.
I think that a majority of the population either believes in religion, nothing, reincarnation, fucking, I don't know, whatever else people believe in, as a form of like, okay, now I'm comfortable kind of with dying. And I'm doing all these elaborate hand gestures because Olivia's trying to mock me, but she can't. But I strictly believe in it based off experiences that I've had, which is like, why the fuck do I know that I've already done this?
I love it. I love it. I am so on board with the fact that I am going to be so comfortable with being uncomfortable when I pass. I am going to be that old guy who's laying in the bed, wherever it is, looking at every single person around him as I go, saying, I'll either see you soon or you will forever have my presence aiding you along.
Yeah. And that's cool too. Cause like,
Bro,
ooh, see, that kind of contradicts me though. But maybe that goes back to the thing you were saying of like a piece of you is left in your last life, and then like a majority of you moves on to the next.
which is why you can remember it for a certain
Cause
amount of
like,
time.
cause like I get like we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Like my grandma still comes to me in dreams and shit, but she was also the most amazing human I ever knew. So like if my theory is correct, she would be reincarnated in some sense. But
Or
then
she was
also,
so perfect to the
well,
point where she was allowed to move on into the beauty of
but
whatever
then
is after.
see, but I don't believe in that. And also in terms of dreams, that's me. That could just be my
That
head.
is
That could be
true.
my head coping with it. That is my coping mechanism for
Yeah.
death. And maybe she's like a fucking flamingo or some shit. I don't know.
Comes
Or a
back as
human.
whatever.
Well, that's what all the theories say is like animal or human. And it's not like if you're an animal, you were a shitty human or something. It's just that's what you want it to be. And my grandma didn't believe in religion. She believed in nature, and she said that till the day she died. So who knows? Maybe she's like a fucking maybe she's Goose. I have no idea.
Dude, imagine one day you buy a plant and you start having more reoccurring dreams.
Well, I mean,
And
that's happened. Like the tomato cages in my garden were from her that she gave me, and my shitty rooftop garden was fruitful as fuck.
there it is, little piece of her left behind helping you on.
Little hex.
Little hacks. There's the voodoo.
There's my new rap name.
Little hacks. Little hacks.
I know he's cute. I see
Oh,
him.
yeah. I can't think of any other avenue to go. So I feel like that's a good point right
Yeah,
there.
I don't know. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I can't think of any other reason why it'd be tied into so many different beliefs and talked about for so many generations. That's just, yeah. No,
I'd answer, but my mic.
you don't have the mic anymore.
Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Okay. Should we wrap it out?
I think we should.
Because we're
I think we're good. I think we've done
we're getting deep in this bitch.
That's a perfect time right there.
I like the idea of sounding off in the comments. I do want to hear what people have to say.
I would really appreciate it. If they could
Okay.
just tell us what they were thinking, tell us if they believe it or if they have an occurrence or if something happened to them.
Or just if they agree. Or what do you think deja vu is? Because also we've talked about this before this podcast existed. And I think it's safe to say we agree that deja vu is something to do with a past life.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But all right. I guess this has been
A couple of pints pod.
It's safe to say
We're out.
see you in the next life.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever is as it seems.
Whoa. Okay, bye. Love you.